welcome back. Today I'm gonna make a tortilla española and with pan con tomate. Tortilla española means essentially Spanish omelet, and pan con tomate means bread with tomato. So bread con tomato, what you do is you toast the bread and you rub some garlic on the bread and then some tomato, and you finish it off with some olive oil and some salt, but you will see that. Tortilla española is essentially an omelet that traditionally consists of egg, which we have here, onions, and potato. Sometimes you find that they substitute the potato with zucchini, and sometimes you have tortilla españolas which have both potato and zucchini. Cooking allows you to do whatever variation you like and you prefer. I have here 3 eggs. I always calculate, because this tortilla española will be for 2 people, I always calculate 1.5 eggs per person. So we're 2 people, so 3 eggs. I have 1 potato. I have that has been boiled. I should make a note of this. In general, tortilla española is made by frying the potatoes and then adding the egg. Because that takes a lot of time, but also is less healthy because it uses a lot of olive oil, but also consumes a lot of olive oil. What I do in order to save time is I boiled these potatoes last night, so they were ready. So all I did is peel the potatoes and just chop them up. It was very, very fast. I will also add some minced garlic and some parsley, fresh parsley that has been chopped and cleaned. What I do also is add approximately, for every egg that I add approximately 1 tablespoon of milk. So this here, there are 3 eggs, so this here is 2 tablespoons, and just half makes it 3 tablespoons. Okay, so what I will do now is I will mix the eggs together, add some salt, add some pepper, mix these in a little bit more, and I will let them sit. So you will see me now starting to prepare the tortilla española. This has been sitting on high heat for a couple of minutes. So what I will do now is I will add the olive oil in order to cook everything. Look how little olive oil I place, though. Very, very little. For the whole omelet, that's the olive oil that you use. And this is because I've boiled the potatoes, like I said before, and not fried them. So it's a huge... So you save a lot of time, but also your precious olive oil, and it's healthier. So here we will add the potatoes. Time to add the onions. Now we will add the garlic, the diced garlic, the chopped garlic, and just mix it in. So I'll just leave this cook for a few minutes. And here I will just put the cleaned parsley, and I'll just stir it in. Looks great. The potatoes have gotten some color also, and they've cooked some more, and I could smell the onions and the garlic all getting a very nice aroma. So now, what you do when you make the tortilla española is the following. Always, first of all, what you do is you decrease now the heat and you put it to medium heat. Now, up until now, it was on high heat. Now, one of the problems, the classical problems that you have when making a tortilla española is having the bottom burn and having the top part of the tortilla española be raw. So what we will do, we will flip it. So when you have the top part being liquid, it's very dangerous. When you flip it, you can burn yourself and you lose your tortilla. So there is a way, there is a technique that you could do that will solve this problem, and this is what it is. First of all, you remove the frying pan from the heat. Okay, so it's off the heat right now. So what you do is you mix the egg, and you place the egg in the frying pan while the frying pan is off the heat. Okay, number one. Number two, what you do is you mix. You mix the egg for a few seconds, I should say for about a minute. You have the capacity to mix the egg around, thus getting heat everywhere on the egg before the egg gets solid and not allows you afterwards to form it into one mass. So what you do is, because my tortilla, this is a smaller frying pan, but this tortilla is smaller still, what you can do is you could just push it all together, kind of just move it around and form like a large egg patty, if you like. Now this tortilla was bigger and it covered the whole frying pan, then you wouldn't have to do this, but you would have to stir a little bit just to make sure that all of the egg gets somewhat cooked. This way you avoid having a burnt bottom and a raw top. So what I will do now is I will return the tortilla to the heat. To the medium heat. Now what you can also do is to help cook the top a little bit also, is to cover it. This is very small, so I could cover it with this. So this way the top gets steamed also, so it'll be easier to turn. Mind you, every minute or so I will move the tortilla around a little bit just to ensure that it doesn't stick. Mind you, this is a non-stick frying pan, but it's good to help the tortilla out a little bit also by doing this. Moving it around a little bit always ensures the tortilla will not stick. We have left the tortilla to cook for approximately 2 more minutes, and you can see the bottom has solidified, and the top, because of the fact that we mixed it up, is not liquid. So it's safer to churn because it's not going to break, or it's less likely to break, and number one. Number two, it's less likely to burn us. Using a fork, you place the plate on the frying pan, and using a fork to guide you, you have the plate. So you can move around with the plate also, and what you do is you just flip it. And then carefully, you just transfer it back onto the frying pan. This is absolutely beautiful. The moment that you flip your tortilla, you turn off the element. Keep it on the fire, but turn off the element. There is no reason for you to, the heat that you have already going is more than enough. If you have a gas flame, then a gas burner, then keep it for maybe a minute or two, and then just leave it on the frying pan for another minute or two. So this, in about 2 or 3 minutes, will be ready to remove. So we'll just leave it sit and relax. Okay friends, now 2 minutes have passed, so it's time for me now to remove my tortilla. Just to be extra careful, I'm going to use my plate again. So what you do is you place your plate on the frying pan, and with a fork you just lower it. Try this a little bit also. Always use a fork, it's easier. So I will remove this. And because the bottom has the color that I prefer, what I will do is I will cover it with a bigger plate here, and then I'll just flip it. Using a fork again. Here we are. Now what I'll do is just push it on the middle. Now, because of the fact that this omelette, this tortilla española, has very, very little olive oil, I will add now some olive oil on top, but this is raw olive oil, so there's no cholesterol. It's much, much healthier. So I will do this, and I will finish this off with the famous pan con tomate. This is my bread, by the way, that I've toasted. This is very, very hot. What you do for a traditional pan con tomate is on the toasted bread, you rub some garlic. This is hot. And then you rub some tomato on the bread itself. Okay. You then place some olive oil on the bread and some salt. We'll do that one more time. Toasted bread with some garlic. Some tomato. Some olive oil. And some salt. Here you are. Tortilla española and pan con tomate. Provecho. Enjoy, I should say.